So for the ones that is gonna ask what's the liquid, it's same as dryer sheets, guys. You can use Johnson shampoo to do the same effect basically. So guys, we're gonna tint this Qashqai back window. So I prepared it, I put it deeply into behind that spoiler, and we're gonna start shrinking. So I placed it, cut it off the extra film that we don't need. Now we're gonna just shrink the bottom and do the top. So let's just crank up the heat and start shrinking. Tags down. See, it wrinkles up, and tags down. You can do like this if you want. Never put it in one place. Never hold a heat gun in one place, or it's gonna burn up. As you can see, this is very easy window to shrink. No complexities in this one. As you can see, I wrinkle it up, it kinda lays on the glass, then I push it down. Just like that. Alright, we shrank the bottom, now we're gonna do the top. So here we have it, we shrank the top, now the bottom, now we have to cut it to shape. So I'm gonna show you that part a little bit because the spoiler doesn't let to cut, so we need to mark it. I'll show you that in a second. Right, so we're gonna cut it as much as we can see, and I'm gonna show you how we need to mark the top edge because we can't reach it. So we're just gonna cut it as close as possible that we can see. Right guys, so what I want to show you, we couldn't mark and we couldn't cut off the top edge because we don't know where it is. So what we did was we cut as much as we could see, and then as you can see all around, and left the top edge. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pretend fake tint. We are gonna apply the film from inside, mark it and cut it off, and I'll show you how to double shrink the top edge because we couldn't shrink it fully either. So let's do that right now. Right, we're gonna spray down the board, right, just like that, and we're gonna take off the film from the back of the car carefully without cracking it. Now what we need to do is, we don't know where the edge ends. As you can see, it's a rough cut, you know, it was. So we know it's roughly here somewhere, but we don't know exactly. So we're gonna do that we know exactly where it's finished. So we're gonna close this, open the boot, spray down, right? Now we take the liner forward, so if I peel off, the liner would peel off, right? We don't remove the liner, so don't forget that. We put the film into the place where it's supposed to be. No white marks on the edges all around, okay? Just like this. You put it on, right? No white gaps, right? No white gaps. Okay, what we do is now grab ourselves some paper towel. And then wipe down the edge. Right now, grab ourselves a marker, just a permanent white marker or any color, and we put this kind of line, more or less. Right now, take it off and put it back on the glass, and now we can see there's the line, more or less. So and then we go above the white line, just like that. Just like that. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, there you go. There you have it. We have the film that we can apply it. Of course, the liner now is from the outside part, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna switch it over, put it here. There you go. Now we can apply the film. Right, so I'm gonna use like Windex, you know, window cleaner. Just go over just to see if there's no stickers on the back window. So we can see there's nothing here. All good. Now, the next step for cleaning the glass is you get yourself a razor blade that is plastic, not the real one, because you're gonna scrape off the, what's called, you know, the defroster line. And then you go over with the razor blade, the plastic one, all the way through the window. Right, now we have went over with the plastic razor blade, spray it down, spray it down, spray it down. Grab ourselves this squeegee and go all the way from the top to bottom, clean all that water off, all the edges. Now, what you do is you grab yourself the towel that is a little bit wet and go around all these little plasticky bits, just so if we touch something, it's nothing gonna go on the film, right? Here we have it. So now the glass is cleaned. Now we can apply the film. So we're gonna spray the window down, and now we're gonna try to get this liner off this. Boom. There you go. You can touch on the edge because it goes on dotted matrix, so it doesn't really matter. If you touch it, nothing gonna happen. Alright, lovely, wet. Let's go apply the film. Try to position in the right way. Pull it all the way to the top to see no white gaps. Then lay it down. Bam! We're almost done. Another 5 minutes or so and we're gonna be finished. So look for no white gaps on the edges, stuff like that, you know. That's perfect. Perfect, perfect. We're gonna spray down and we're gonna use this squeegee everything out. Boom. Start from the middle, push it to sides, just like I'm doing right now. So what we can do is when we have these fingers popping up, because as I said, we couldn't shrink it at the top. So basically we can just use a heat gun. I saw that it's gonna be small fingers. So I said, you know, we're gonna shrink it from inside. Usually we don't do this, but because it's under the spoiler, it's not visible, we do from inside. A little shrink, few fingers, you know. Otherwise, you can watch my other videos. I show how to do it another way, double shrinking on the BMW X5, so you can check the other video. There's another way of doing this, but for me at this point I didn't really need to. Just gonna overheat these little fingers and we're gonna get it. Look, last little finger, boom, boom, boom. Don't keep it too much so you can burn the plastics, right? Boom, no fingers, few fingers here, gone. Few here, gone. Here you have it, done. The window is perfectly done. You might need to go over a few things, you know, but let me show you the finished result. So here we have it, perfectly tinted, no bubbles whatsoever, certificate on, perfectly tinted back window. Of course, we did do the side windows. We did 50% and 20% on the back, so it just looks perfect, like factory tint look. So see you in the next video, guys.